YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to the Athens campaign, where no doubt the wrath of Sparta is building against Apache, as his mispronunciation of Greek cities and people is no doubt definitely building the wrath of Sparta to high level. Holy crap, there's a bunch of Spartan transports sitting out here. I need to attack them with the fleet. Oh, yeah, we have got to get after that fleet of Spartan transports. I'm going to see if we can catch these guys by chance. I don't think we can. Crap! They are just outside my range. Oh my gosh, we have got to get a hold of these guys. It'll take me 2 turns to train new units, but even if I could just get a hold of them, I mean, they're going to, if they try and land these guys, it'd be a lot harder for me to kill this Spartan army on land. Those, oh man, yeah, those Spartan hoplites would be a problem. Depending on how many of them they have, that could be a real problem for me. So we're definitely going to want to try and kill those guys at sea. That would be the preferred method of destruction. And let's get back here and help defend our port from this little Corinthian fleet back here. We've successfully sank a pretty large army of Boeotian League. And if I'm still saying these wrong, I apologize. I'm reading your comments and I sometimes get it, I sometimes don't. And some of y'all are saying that this isn't an advisor, it's just giving me information about them. So I'll leave that up there if you just want to read it for a second, and then I'll get rid of it after a minute. It is kind of annoying. And then, of course, we defeated a Corinthian force up here, a rather large Corinthian force, to be honest. So that was a very massive defeat for Corinth to have suffered, and I'm going to finish them off right here. It was definitely probably not the end to that expedition that Corinth had hoped to run into, but it is certainly what they were dealt. And I now need to probably force march these guys back over to this province where I can help make sure it stays stable. This army here, of course, successfully captured Olympos, but this has triggered a rebellion due to poor public order, which is not necessarily unexpected at this point. I like the income coming from these mines and these herding grounds, but I just can't afford any other public order penalties at the moment. So part of me is thinking about just tearing these down and replacing them with something that's not going to cause so much public order penalties, because right now I'm just really struggling with public order, and it's going to be very hard for me to deal with it. We do want to take out these rebels as quickly as possible. Rebel armies tend to get like extremely professional, extremely experienced units, which doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense to me. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like, really, the triple chevron picked hoplites, because apparently there's a bunch of angry professional soldiers that I don't know. Maybe some of you all disagree with me here. I don't see that. I mean, rebels ought to be rebels. Maybe just come in larger numbers and lesser quality, because that's always been weird, like in the grand campaign, running into an army of rebels that's like all professional soldiers armed with professional weapons and stuff. Like, it's just very odd. There's going to be another rebellion here too because of the public order. I should have, well, I don't want to let it keep going though, because then the rebel army just gets even stronger as well, which could be irritating. I'm going to get my guys more melee attack for hoplite units. It seems like that would be the most useful. We are going to need to get aggressive and take some territory. If we turtle forever, we're going to get overwhelmed. Athens is not really the military power in this campaign. That would be Sparta. I'm going to try some of these different ones just to see how it works out. Sparta is definitely going to be the more powerful military force to be reckoned with in this campaign. And as you can see, they already have a pretty powerful army not too far off of the coast of Attica here, near Athenai. So we're going to need to do something about them, but it seems like public order is extremely difficult to control in this campaign, at least from what I've noticed. So I'm either, one, doing something quite wrong, which is very possible. This isn't going to cost me anything, and certainly not going to hurt anything. So let's secure this promotion. And let's see if this one costs anything. It does not. Again, not going to hurt anything. And no promotions. Well, there is one here. This one does not cost me either. Let's go ahead and do that. May give me just a little bit of boost to my bonuses that I get from the influence. Yeah, my family actually just gained a lot of influence in that. I probably don't want to do too much, just in case we cause a civil war, which would be really bad. So maybe that wasn't the smartest idea that I've come up with all day. Boy, Heir still has a lot to learn about campaign, folks, so take it for what it's worth. Let's go ahead and end this turn. My research is nearing completion, which again should help buy me a little public order. The Boeotian League already has like a whole nother land army there, outside of where I just destroyed one of their land armies. So that's kind of surprising, actually, that they were able to have so many forces. So Sparta attacks me here, and it's giving them fantastic odds, but I am almost certain that those are transport ships, and not fleet. Now, I don't know that I can win this battle, but I can certainly kill a lot of Spartans here with my meager fleet, and I intend to do so, as transports are not very powerful. So I have the opportunity to, like I said, kill a vast number of Spartans here, and if we do this properly, potentially their entire fleet. The danger is going to be if my ships get boarded, which we definitely do not want to happen. So I'm going to keep my assault ships kind of as my ramming vessels, and I'll try and keep my skirmish vessels on their flanks a little so that if one of these guys gets boarded, I can come in from the side quickly and sink the Spartan transport that's boarding them. It might also be good to see if we can kind of get up on the flank of the Spartans here. I don't know, we'll just kind of play it by ear, see if we can lure out enemy ships, single them out, anything we need to do basically to take these guys out. They have some mercenary Ionian Hippeus there as well. This is a very powerful Spartan army. If these guys get on land, it is going to be very bad news for me. We're going to need to beef up my forces. Yeah, all these Spartan hoplites. These guys would beat the crap out of me in a land battle right now.
General!
Again, let's just kind of see if we can go work the flank of the Spartan fleet here a little. Naval battles are going to actually end up being fairly important in this campaign, just because killing enemy transports at sea might be one of my only ways to kind of even the odds. Try and use some Athenian naval power here. We should be faster than the Spartan transport vessels, but if we get overwhelmed by them, it could be quite bad. Because again, if they start boarding me or getting lots of shots off with like these Helot javelin men, or yeah, there's a lot of Helot javelin men around. Agrionian axemen. Good for me though that none of them are long range units. Because if they had a lot of archers or slinger vessels, that would be bad. It looks like the AI is just moving to match me. Let's see if maybe we can move up a little and try and lure some of the transports away. I'll kind of keep these guys back here in the back. Let's just see if we can lure some of the Spartan transports forward without coming within range of the Helot javelin men. They have their side turned to me right now, and a ram at the moment would be quite deadly. Again, I'd really like to maximize the damage that I do to the Spartans here, but I am going to have to be careful that I don't overcommit and just quickly lose my fleet. But I see some potentially really great rams coming right here. Oh yeah. Come on, kill those Spartans. Save your ammo, please. Oh yeah. We got 2 kills. Like clean ship kills. My general's now under fire by the Helot javelin men though. But let's see if we can go ahead and seek one more Spartan transport quickly. Good. And let's get our general out to safety before we take too much damage from the Helot javelin men. So that initial skirmish definitely going in my favor. So we just put down 3 transport ships. And just took a little bit of javelin fire in return. Didn't even lose any men. And again, I'm going to take all my guys off of fire at will and save their ammo for potentially when I need it later. We can't outrun the Spartan ships who are now chasing me. So now I'm going to try and lead them into advantageous engagements for me. Seems like I'm forgetting a ship somewhere. 2, 4, 6. Nope, we got him. Yeah, those skirmish ships being nearby kind of frightens me. And ramming them sounds good. But at the same time, if I ram them, I'm likely to be boarded by a transport of hoplites, which is a very dangerous situation for me. And these lighter ships, if they get within range of the Helot javelin men, they're liable to take quite a lot more damage than my heavier hoplite ships. So again, let's keep trying to lure the Spartans into a disadvantageous engagement. We're always going to want to have support ships ready. And again, I'm going to try and keep my light ships at more of a distance. Yep, here's a Spartan transport singled out, so So these Spartan youths are going to be going to a youthful, watery demise. Oh crap, they actually boarded me. See, this is why you want to keep a spare ship around, and then see, look how these guys are moving up to hit me as well. So this is where we're going to want to be quick to action. We've got to kill these Spartan youths quickly, or else my men are going to die a gruesome death here. There we go. Spartan youths are dead, so I save my men. And then we're going to try and get a quick ram in on these javelin men. Good. Perfect. So now it's time to flee back out again. Get my ships to safety, away from potential enemy skirmishers. So this is the kind of engagements that are going to really allow my fleet to do some massive damage here to the Spartans. I'm just going to get ready to re-engage. So only Helot javelin men, mercenary Agrionians. So we have 4 skirmish vessels left, and again, those guys can be potentially threatening, especially to my ships with low armor here, like my men with low armor in these ships. I could go and try and skirmish the javelin vessels a little, and that may not be a bad plan. Let's kind of pull the Spartans over this way a little. Where's my archer ship? Here it is. We won't want to skirmish with their own javelin vessel, though, because that'll just work to the favor of these guys who have more men on their vessel. And if we are going to engage near those javelin ships, we need to have vessels ready to ram them very quickly. Okay, let's bring up my archer vessel and see if we can do some skirmishing with their javelin ships. We're gonna have to keep support ships nearby just in case. There we go. So I'm gonna move up with my archer ship and try and get in range of these Helot javelin men and kill some of them with my archers. Use some of their ammo, try and be useful here. Okay, you can open fire. You really don't need to get within javelin range. I'll kind of keep my guys on fire at will here and see if they'll keep shooting at the Helot javelin men. I don't know how much damage this will do. Yeah, of course, now they're shooting at the wrong target. Still hovering just outside javelin range for these guys, which is going to be key. Don't keep firing at the light cavalry, please. Gosh dang it. Thank you. Start shooting at the javelin men. There we go. Those are mercenary Agrionian axemen. We'll see if I'm able to get any kills or not. There we go. I'm actually starting to get a few kills on them. Let's see if we can kill a few of them without the Spartans taking action. Getting rid of those ships is going to be a lot less risk to my fleet, and then I can try and get in and ram the remaining javelin ships before they're able to do much damage. I am getting some decent kills. Not great, but considering how few men I have, it's decent. Let's ram these guys with my general because he's better armored, and keep my archers out of their range. Javelin Marines this way. So my general's going to come in and try and get a quick ram here, and it should be successful. Yes! Another skirmish ship down. Let's pull to safety. Hopefully you all don't find this annoying. I honestly find this to be a perfectly legit strategy, using my speed and abilities here to get a one-up on the Spartan fleet here. Oh, that's some nice rear shots on my Marines, but from a long distance, so the javelin men did not get any kills. Okay, I'm going to let my archers kind of just keep firing at will on these javelin vessels, see if we can goad them into an engagement. We're still not quite to the point where I just want to straight up engage. Okay, my archers are out of ammo. We're going to definitely need their ship to still do ramming, though, so I'm going to try and keep them at a safe distance. I might try and do some quick run-ins and get some rams with my... get some rams on the remaining enemy javelin vessels. If we can get rid of the javelin vessels, I feel pretty confident about our ability to finish this fight. I mean, I don't think the javelin vessels are a huge threat to me at the moment, but they're a threat nonetheless. So I'm going to let my general ram this one, and let these guys ram here. And I'm just going to keep these guys within supporting distance. I'm not going to like go all in with all my units. Oof, they just got some nice kills on those Marines. Unless that's what the Spartan youths killed earlier. That's possible. Perfect. Killed another javelin vessel. We're getting a little bit zealous here on this one, because we're probably about to get boarded, so let's go ahead and bring in support very quickly. Come across here and pull back over here. Yep, we're being boarded. You stay out of the way. You ram here now. You ram the Spartan general now. Oh, this has got to be ram now. Now you have to go. The Spartan general just died, and these guys are not ramming. For some reason, my guys won't ram the Spartan ship. That's very bad. Get out of there now. Just get out. If you're not going to ram, just get out of the way. That way we can just sacrifice the one vessel and keep the rest of you alive. Yep, so for whatever reason there, my guys would not execute the ram order. They just kind of gently plowing into the Spartans in a very kind fashion for some reason. So we're going to have to just sacrifice that ship.
One of our ships is being boarded.
One of our ships is already being boarded, you moron.
General!
Yeah, we got a lot of Spartan transports following up on us here, and we're going to need to be careful just in case such a thing were to happen again. So again, the way we do this engagement is going to have to be somewhat careful. Move up on their flanks a little here. Need to sink as much of this Spartan fleet as possible. This guy wants to go head-to-head with my general. Let's see if we can do a quick ram here. Okay, got a couple of clean kills there. Keep moving. Ram here. General, you need to keep moving over there. You need to get out of there fast. Ram there, ram. Did not work. Okay, you really need to get around here very quickly. Yeah, this is also bad. This ship's in a position where I can't really support the Javelin Marines because I don't have any clean ram angles because of the sinking Spartan ships. I did get another kill though. Hit them. Got another kill. So at this point, I'm just going to try and go all in on the Spartans remaining. My Javelin Marines are probably just going to eat it. Okay, my general just got boarded. We need to quickly sink the ship that's assaulting them, which we did. So we're still alive. Need to keep moving over here. My Archer Marines are being fired on, and we just got boarded here. So we're going to have to quickly bring around some support. It's going to be hard. Maneuvering room is kind of low right now. Please keep ramming. And we might be able to go ahead and pull off the overall victory here. If I can get this rear ram and save these Marines, should be in, yep, we got what we needed. The Spartan fleet is in very bad shape now. One of their ships is on fire? How did we set one of their ships on fire? One of my Marines must have been smoking during combat or something. Don't smoke, kids. Alright. Smokey the Bear says no smoking and no forest fires. Okay. I don't even really know what I'm saying here. Let's pull this around, get some last rams in here. There's a lot of sinking Spartan ships. In fact, there ought to be a very nice artificial reef here. So I guess this is Patchy's ecosystem. Get another weird ram order on that ship. There we go. How are they boarding me? I hit them from the side. Well, they're not now. Alright, so all the Spartans are going to go take a swim and join their friends from the Boeotian League. So we just destroyed a very powerful Spartan army at sea right there. That army would have absolutely flattened me on land, so I'm glad I spotted that. And we certainly got the best of that engagement, giving up a single Marine ship and a Javelin Marine and utterly destroying the Spartan transport fleet. So AI is going to definitely pay for not having successfully escorted their ships there.
You are wise enough not to sit
Macedon wants a
idly
military
upon the bank,
alliance.
but to take the fish
They are at
as it
war with
swims
pretty much all
by.
the people that I hate, and allied with someone that I'm trading with, so I don't see why that this would be a bad idea. So we are definitely going to ally with Macedon. Any help I can get at this point will be extremely helpful.
There is little honor in sitting as a
I
spectator.
really don't want to join the war
I
against
ask
Epirus
in
because then it gives up my trades. I don't see the point in that. And I can no longer trade with Thessalian League, which is unfortunate. And we just got a new objective, and we actually got some money from that, from whatever objective we just finished. So let's go take a look. And it's probably, I just picked up some territory, basically, by having construct the following Holoceros primary objective. Go forth. Yeah, anyway, we probably just got some extra territory added towards our victory conditions because Macedon's allied with me. So that's definitely going to be a big victory for me. And man, sinking that Spartan fleet, that was huge. That was definitely huge. Are there walls around Sparta? No!
Your orders?
How can there be walls around Sparta? So sad.
For orders.
Alright, so this fleet, definitely going to pay some dividends to bring these guys back and drop a couple of more ships in and keep them ready to fight off enemy troops who are trying to land in our territory. Otherwise, my walled cities have not good defenses, but defenses. So that should help me at least a little bit. Let's see, I've got more rebels up here threatening my positions, which that seems like it's pretty standard practice now. I don't want to let these guys rebel and just get stronger, but if I attack them, you know, it's not really going to help the public order at all. So I'm going to have to chase them down and kill them. At least it'll build some experience for my troops, I think. So, wipe those guys out, but it means the province is probably going to rebel again. It most certainly is, unless maybe I can force march all the way back. We'll see. Oh, yay! We'll rebel not on this turn, but the next one. I do have some good money now, though, so let's think about the best way that we can upgrade. As soon as this research finishes, I get +3 public order, which will be huge, and some added wealth from entertainment, which I don't know how much that'll add up to. But then it may not be a bad idea to go ahead and research this Doric order, which would give me the access to the preservation rooms, which should give me more food and money. This one's +4 public order, but that is 11 turns worth of research to get to. That could be challenging. I also am going to need dignitaries, so I should probably have already researched that. Minus to corruption. I mean, lots of helpful stuff here. The Holoceros barracks I don't really think helps me a whole lot. Maybe a higher level barracks will, but just the fact that I have access to hoplites and light cavalry and archers is really all I need at the moment as far as my armies are concerned. And again, it looks like we're going to be able to continue to protect the homelands. We have a lot of enemies though, and we are far from being where we need to be. We could go ahead and raid this Corinthian port though right here. Pretty fair probability. Let's blockade it. And actually, if we bring up these ships to reinforce, I'll bet you we can raid this Corinthian port fairly easy here. Yep, let's go ahead and do it. And let's see if we're able to occupy this territory and hold it just to put it to the Corinthians here. We'll definitely want to tear that. Whoops, yeah, switch that over. Actually, we'll probably want to just put in like a temple or something, and then I'm going to tear that down too because it's adding some disorder. And the influence here is heavily Dorian, so I'm not sure I would actually be able to successfully hold this province. We'll just kind of give it a go and see what happens. But anyway, so took a Corinthian port from him, so that's never going to hurt anything. So we've taken that Corinthian port, we've taken Olynthios, so we've taken a little bit of power away from Corinth. We sank a major Spartan army right off of the coast from Athens there, so also a huge go-get for us, and there's actually more transports here that we should be able to attack successfully. Ionian League is not my enemies, so I'm not worried about them. Yeah, again, we have some power up here at Olynthios, and Macedon is going to be helping us along with the Thessalian League against Sparta and the Boeotian League. So it looks like they're getting the vice pinched on them a little bit there in the north, so that's good. And then that would mean we could kind of focus more against Sparta down here in Lacedaemon, or however you say that, Lacedaemon. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed this episode. I will be back with more soon. Seems like this campaign so far for me has been fairly naval focused. Hopefully you all find it interesting. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.